On Tuesday this week, I spoke to AIM-listed ECR Minerals Technical Director Adam Jones to discuss the latest drilling developments announced by the company at the HR3 prospect at Baillieston in Victoria. 2 days later, Thursday, and here we are, and the company are gearing up for yet another drilling campaign at the enigmatic Blue Moon prospect, which the board are both enthused and intrigued by. Adam is back with me to tell all. Hello again, Adam.
Hey, how you going, Alan?
I'm very good, thanks. Very good indeed. Still nice and hot here. Shame we can't say the same for where you are.
No, it was raining a lot today in Victoria. So, yeah.
So, Adam, before we get into today's announcement, in his recent presentation in London, your chief exec, Andrew Haythorpe, talked about how intrigued he was by the unique style of mineralization within the massive sandstone body at Blue Moon. There are also some impressive grades and widths from the previous campaign in 2019. We've got that slide here. Can you talk us through it?
Yeah, so what makes Blue Moon unique in that Baillieston area is that it's the only known deposit of this kind, what we know of historically. And so, you know, this potentially could be a whole new exploration target in the whole region there, which ECR has got the applications in for other exploration tenements around Blue Moon, which is good to know. But so with Blue Moon, it's from the 2019 RC drilling, and there's 3 diamond holes done in 2018 previous to that. All we know so far is that it's essentially a massive sandstone ore body with sulfides through it, disseminated sulfides through it, which are in places carrying some quite consistent moderate to high grades in places. So so that's what makes it attractive, is that, you know, it's a bit more homogenized with mineralization, got good widths there, and it's still open in depth, and it's open as well to the east and the west. Yeah, so this is just just something unique and exciting, really. And you know, we're looking forward to actually seeing what these next drill holes coming up will show. Just to show the viewer some of our results from the previous drilling in 2019 on that cross section. That cross section there was our best intersections from the RC drilling, and you can clearly see there, like up the top there at 51 meters down, that we hit the equivalent of about 11 meters at 5.13. There was actually visible gold as well in some of that, which I think is more to do with where the oxide changes in the ground there. And then followed up even at the maximum depth we drilled, which was I think 169 meters down, right at the bottom of the page there. Even out 21 meters at 1.34 grams. So and you can see there we've got widths there, which I know, considering the depth of the structure there, we know that there's at least true widths in this potential ore body at over 7 meters wide.
Goodness, yeah, that's exceptional. So if we come out of this slide, Andrew in his presentation also discussed the soil geochemistry work that you and the team have undertaken there at the time. I've got that geochemical slide as well. Can you talk us through this?
Yeah, so that's it was actually the arsenic results from over the Blue Moon deposit. This was actually done back in 2018, 2019, and it was used by the portable XRF equipment, which ECR owns, and it's part of our arsenal for exploration. It's a very good cheap method of finding pathfinder elements, which are usually associated closely with the gold. And in the Baillieston area there, from all our work, even the stuff we've previously reported on around HR3, we know there's a very close correlation with high arsenic and high stibnite or antimony with gold mineralization. So you can see there by the footprint of the big red area there on that map that there's a very strong arsenic halo over the outcrop there. And you can see there to the right of the plan there, which on the east side there, that there's a bit of a gully or a creek line there, and you can see there it just immediately kicks out. The arsenic just disappears. There's a couple of little blobs you can see on the far right there, but all that has not been followed up at all to this date. So you can see there clearly that this sort of exploration method of soil sampling, especially for stibnite arsenic association, very powerful, very cheap method of exploration, and we will be continuing that going forward as well.
Excellent. So you've got, there's plenty of historical data to work off there. So let's come back to today. Here's the slide showing the planned drilling work that kicks off in a couple of weeks, literally, using, of course, ECR's very own Midas drill rig. Can you talk us through the upcoming campaign, please, Adam?
Yeah, so the plan of the project there you can see on the screen. We've got 2 drill sites approved with permits already issued for them. You can see it's on a public easement track, which is essentially just a bit of a bush track access between 2 farmlands there. What we intend to do is first put 4 initial diamond holes with around a total of around 1,000 meters of drilling into the area marked on the plan there as with initial target. So the cross section we saw, or the previous slide there we saw with the RC drilling, is indicated on this plan there, right at the fence line there, where the results are published there. And so, naturally we're just intrigued to see, does that extend further underneath the road there? So that's our first initial targets, to check the extension of this mineralization, and we'll just go from there, and we'll just plan to do follow-up drilling from there.
Sure. In the announcement, you also say that you're drilling 4 initial holes, but the plans are also in place to expand the drilling program subject to results. Really, I mean, this is really exciting stuff, isn't it? How soon do you expect to be able to make that decision?
Well, hopefully within, by the time we've drilled, say, the last hole, the 4th hole, we're hoping that we'll have the assay results at least for the 1st or 2nd hole. So I've strategically planned it so the first 2 holes will go a certain distance and a certain depth through the target, just to give the confidence that there is something there in between the previous drilling or the RC drilling as well. And then it's just a risk assessment really of so the initial holes, we'll just find out where what the extent of the target is, and then we'll just infill around it a little bit. Probably visually, when we're actually drilling there, visually, quite often the blue moon prospect there is its presence is defined by disseminated sulfides, so like little arsenopyrite crystals and pyrite. So that's a very good indication from a visual point of view, even before we've got the assay results. So at the end of the day, the lab results is what we base everything off of. So so I'm hoping that, we're anticipating that by the time the last drill hole's just about complete, we'll have the results of the first couple of holes.
Good. Well, we're all really excited for the potential at Blue Moon, and of course the prospect of some meaningful results and data. This could be a real near-term game changer for ECR. Yes.
It's just like I said, it's just unique in the area there. So it's a bit of a game changer for Victoria. Traditionally in Victoria, most places there, and even historically, it's all narrow vein, very high grades. But when you get targets like this, which is not really sort of the Victorian type deposit, it just shows though that these things do exist, and we will have and ECR's in the best position for it as having the exploration ground around it. So so it's very good and exciting.
Of course. Well, I look forward to talking to you again in a few weeks when we've got some of those results to look at. Meanwhile, Adam Jones, Technical Director of Exploration at ECR Minerals, thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you, Alan.